Hey everybody, my name is Nick Busey, and today I'm going to show you HomelabOS. HomelabOS is an open source project I started in 2018 to make it as easy as possible for anyone to self-host their own cloud services and own all their own data. We just released version 0.6 with a bunch of handy new features, so let's walk through how to install it. So you can go to HomelabOS.com, or you can just search for it, and it'll drop you on our GitLab page. If you scroll down here, you'll see a list of some of the features. There's a link to our planned features and a demo video, which is basically what I'm walking through today. Here's a list of all the available software that you get out of the box with HomelabOS. You can click any of these links to get more information on each piece of software. And we're just going to skip to the installation. Here's a link that wants us to download the latest version, so we'll grab the zip file for 0.6. And then it says if you're going to use it to provision a cloud server, run make Terraform to walk through that process. So for here, we're going to use DigitalOcean to spin up a cloud server. And so I'm going to go into my API settings and create a new token for HomelabOS. Generate new token. HomelabOS. So here's this token. I'll copy that. And then I run make Terraform. So if I cd into the folder I downloaded, I should be able to just run make Terraform. It's going to ask me for my DigitalOcean API token. I'll just paste that in. It's going to go ahead and generate my Terraform file for me and then apply my Terraform file against DigitalOcean. HomelabOS provides a file out of the box, so here's everything we're going to create. So I'm just going to type in yes, go ahead and create those resources for me. It usually only takes about 20-25 seconds on DigitalOcean, which is one thing I like about it over AWS. AWS can take quite a bit longer to spin up your services. So then once it spins up, we're just going to tell it to enable a service that we want to use. I'm going to tell it to use Jellyfin, which is a open source media player. At first it has some more questions for me. Password for sudo, which it doesn't have any. Default username, Nick. Test password. We'll do test.local for this demo. Test.test.com. You would obviously fill that in with real information. So you can see now I'm ready to run make and configure my server. I'm going to first enable Jellyfin. And now run make. And now HomeLab is actually going to SSH into the DigitalOcean server that was just spun up and do a lot of things like install Docker, install tools Ansible needs to work, install things like Mosh if you like to use that to connect to your servers, which you should if you don't. And then it'll install Jellyfin. It'll set up a system service for Jellyfin, and we will be able to go ahead and use it. I'm going to go ahead and normally you would edit your domain name a record through your name server host, name server service, whether that's through your domain registrar or something else. For this demo, again, I'm just going to edit my host file so that I can, and I've already done it here. I have jellyfin test.local, but I want to, that's an old IP, and I didn't write down that IP, it showed me on the other screen. So we're going to go ahead and get the HomeLab IP out of the settings. So here's my new server IP. So again, if I edit my host file, go down here, I'll change this IP to my new server IP. Go back over, this is finishing up the basic install of just configuring the server itself. And in a few seconds here, it should start installing Jellyfin. And then as soon as Jellyfin downloads and installs its Docker images, we'll be able to open up a tab over here and hit jellyfin.local or test.local. It's not going to load anything now because there's nothing running on it yet, but you can see here it started the HomelabOS system service, which is basically just traffic, the traffic image. And now it's going to go through and set up Jellyfin. You see it skipped all the other services that we haven't enabled. You can go ahead and enable those if you want. It's going to make sure nothing we haven't enabled is running. And it already went and started Jellyfin, so I can SSH into that IP address, and I should be able to do a system control status Jellyfin, and you can see it's already up and it's already started running actually. So it's already pulled the images. It looks like it's doing some startup tasks itself. HomelabOS here has finished, and if I reload this, with any luck, there is the Jellyfin interface. Welcome to Jellyfin. So that's deployed on a DigitalOcean box, and how long did that take? A couple minutes. And now I'm going to go ahead and destroy that box. Terraform destroy. HomeLab can also tear it all down for you as well. So now that server is dead. I can go back in, delete my API token, and nothing I just did still exists. So that's how easy it is to spin up and tear down services and servers with HomelabOS. Stop in our Zulip chat room. You can find the link in our README right here. It's just homelabos.zulipchat.com. We're having a bunch of people in there. Stop in and stay high. Check out my Twitch stream. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.